Alright, everybody, I have some great news. I have finally realized that, that OBS exists. Which means two great things. First of all, I can stop using Zoom. And second of all, it actually picks up the majority of the guitars, which is fantastic for tonight because the only thing that is not really great about OBS is the fact that I don't know how to since I just found it out this morning, I don't know what hotkeys to make my pause selection. So I guess I'm just rolling manual on this one. Now, well, a bad usage of OBS is better than the best usage of Zoom. But in any case, Bruins fans, it is not time to get out! Because that is a 4-0 victory over the San Jose Sharks. At home, in our last home game before the All-Star break, which you love to see. Now, you may have also noticed that the name of the channel has changed to just strictly Into the Den. I have decided to do this for the sake of just compartmentalization. I initially wanted to make this channel a mix between hockey content and potentially gaming content. However, I still have no idea how to use my freaking capture card right here. And most of my gaming content is just streaming right now. So, I will likely be making another channel specifically called 100 Backs for all my gaming content. When this is happening, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm sorry. Because I also have classes to deal with. But that's beside the point. The point is this channel is going to only be used for hockey content in the future, and I hope that it's fine. With that said, this game came with some warning, because earlier today or yesterday, I honestly forget, of a 16-year-old goalie for Bristol Plymouth by name of Dylan Quinn ended up passing away in a car crash. In a rollover crash in Berkeley, the 16-year-old of Bristol Plymouth Regional Tech passed away, and he will be sorely missed. And with tonight's game also being also on top of that being a Make-A-Wish game, a game for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. This game was very much for the kids in the audience, and I have to say, they had a good game to dedicate to the kids, because we know the Sharks. We know the Sharks at this point. Friggin'. I'm sorry, Logan, but the Sharks are not good tonight, this year. Logan is my IKEA shark, Eric. I named him Logan after Logan Couture. I originally named him Evander Kane, but then Evander Kane not only left the Sharks, he left any sort of moral decency. But we know the Sharks. We know the Sharks for this season, and they are, despite having one of the best 5-on-5 teams in the league, and also being freaking gods on the penalty kill for some reason. They are third in the league in penalty kill for some reason. And they're taken for Bedard. I don't think they're going to get Bedard. I think they're going to end up doing just bad enough to possibly be barely out of the running for Adam Fantilli. I don't even think that they're going to be able to get Leo Carlsson. I think that not to mention that Leo Carlsson is also has also sort of just jumped over Matvei Michkov for best European prospect for this upcoming draft. Partially because you don't have to wait until 2027 to actually play him. Russia really likes their hockey. But yes, the Sharks, as we all know, kind of suck this season. And the Bruins, well, they still haven't lost 10 games so far this season. And Linus Ullmark, who started tonight, he is now 25-2-1. This is a man who had previously not recorded a single season over a 920. His best save percentage in any season before this was his last season in Buffalo and his first season in Boston, where in both seasons he recorded a 917. He is now at a 937 in more than halfway through the season. And I know that Connor, I previously won a Vezina Buck, is playing like he's gonna win another Vezina Buck, but in Winnipeg. But come on at this point. But honestly, I feel like I should just get right into the game, because this episode is already 7 minutes long and I haven't even touched it. So puck drops for the first period, but pick it back up less than a minute later, because Brandon Carlo blasts Timo Meier into the glass so hard that the pane becomes dislodged, and so there needs to be a stoppage play anyway. But they stop play also because Meier gives him a little bit of shoving on the ice after the fact, and both of them go for a 5-minute major, less than a minute into the game. And now look, I've kind of turned a leaf on Carlo. I think that he's great. I don't think that a 5-minute fighting major is really what you want this early in the game, especially when you're someone like Carlo and you're probably going, and when it comes time to retire, you're probably also going to concuss yourself on the way to signing the retirement paper. But just before this game, we also heard the news that that fourth line center Tomáš Nosek is going to be out for the next month with a broken bone in his foot. But honestly, it doesn't matter. First of all, Nosek wasn't really having that great of a season in the first place. I'm sorry that I have to say it, but but it's true. Nosek just wasn't having that good of a season. It's hard to really say that anybody on the Bruins was having a bad season, but Nosek was having the closest thing to it, I think. He wasn't really contributing on offense too much, and I know he's on the fourth line in, but still, he wasn't contributing on offense very much, and on defense, he just wasn't really putting in. And on defense, he was a little bit more productive, but he wasn't really, but he was still getting burned a lot. And so enter Juna Kopanen, or wait, he has also decided to anglicize his name, following in the footsteps of Jacob Zaboral, who, by the way, I think that they should play a little bit more. So now it's Jonah Kopanen. Kopanen had a really good game. He didn't really he contributed on offense a lot. Like he didn't get any goals, but he still pinned the puck in the offensive zone. He was an absolute puck fiend. He was flying up and down the ice trying to get to it, and eventually this leads to Marchand. Eventually this leads to, in the first period, Marchand taking the puck, going all the way around the net, Reimer doesn't really know what's happening, and he's about to go all around again. He dumps it on, and he dumps it back to Lindholm, who, oh my God, Eyssimont. Look, Mikey Eyssimont is a young prospect. He's young. He's young. He's allowed to make mistakes. This might have been one of the. This might have been in one of the games that you don't recall. This might be one of the games that you really don't want to have as a young guy. Before this game, Michael Eyssimont had 26 games in the National Hockey League, and over those 26 games, he had 16 penalty minutes. He racked up 6 tonight and got his pants taken off in the first goal of the game. You know how David Pastrnak, and whenever he gets a nice breakaway, he'll do an insane pump fake and score. That's pretty much what Lindholm did, except it was actually kind of necessary, because as Eyssimont tries to get his stick in the way of Lindholm, but Lindholm makes a jerky motion to get the puck up to, and it fakes out Reimer. It fakes out James Reimer and gets the puck past Eyssimont to give Lindholm a better scoring opportunity, and he does. He scores a beautiful goal, and that goal would hold as the only one in the first period. The Bruins are absolutely outworking the Sharks. It's to be expected. The Sharks are three time zones ahead of where they usually play, and they are on the second half of a back-to-back. This is why I didn't really put too much stock in this game, but this was still kind of a fun one. If for nothing else, then some of the looks that Timo Meier and AJ Greer were giving each other at some points were kind of like, is he coming to Boston? Are these talks coming back? Frick, Patrick Kane, Bo Horvat, and Timo Meier. At some point, we gotta pick which one we want, even if potentially that answer is none of them. Anyway, we go into the second period. Puck drops, and right off the bat, Timo Meier gets Timo gets a little bit of revenge on Carlo. He completely picks him off and in the neutral zone, pretty much off the face-off. He centers the pass for Hurdle, and Allmark is there to, stone him. Not a bad, so no goal, but it's a bad start to the period, and it goes from bad to just a little bit worse when the Bruins have a really, really good shift from Hall and Clifton, and the linesman the linesman blows his whistle for a hand pass. That didn't happen. You watch that back. Clifton bats the puck out of the air with his hand, and his stick is pressed up against the boards, but he still gets a good 1 or 2 whacks at the puck before it ends up on Hall's stick, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Hall is trying to argue his case, but they still call it a hand pass, and Marchand and actually no, yeah, never mind. Marchand ends up going for holding, and Eyssimont goes for interference, even though I have to say, this was definitely just Marchand pulling Eyssimont onto him. To which I say, if you guys are gonna cuddle, can you guys do it off the ice? Like, yes, hockey is for everyone, and I don't like Ivan Provorov, but can you guys, and it's cute and all, but kind of in a game, and that's definitely holding. It would be weird if I didn't have problems with the Ivan Provorov thing, considering I'm queer. Yeehaw. Yeehaw. Anyway, it's a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and we get a beautiful goal from Charlie McAvoy. Remember that goal that Marchand scored really early on the last time we faced the Sharks, where he pretty much just blows past the entire Sharks defense on a self pass? Yeah, that was basically this. It was basically this, but on a 4-on-4, which honestly I would say is just, is, oh, okay. I'm not taking anything away from McAvoy here. That was a fantastic goal. I don't know if it's as impressive as doing it on 5-on-5, because with 4-on-4, first of all, there's not as many defenders against you, and second of all, you have a little bit more room to work with. But still, he blows past the entire defense and pulls back to just yeet Reimer out of his frickin' net and puts it behind him to put the Bruins up 2-0. Charlie McAvoy, amen. The kid's friggin' jacked. Thick, dense, built, whatever you want to call him, he's got it. Legs thicker than my chest and shoulders wider than my wingspan, making full use of the frame, and with the golden flow to top it off. Bonafide stallion. Anyway, afterwards, the fourth line has a beautiful shift. Like honestly, one of the hardest working shifts that I've seen, that I saw the Bruins do all night. And Lindholm, again, sniping from the blue line. And this dude was out for blood, and it wasn't even the team that he came from. He snipes from the blue line, and Foligno is just right there to redirect it up over Reimer to put the Bruins up 3-0. But hold it. The story there is that's not a fliggy goal. That's the first point. That is the first point in Jonah Kopenen's NHL career, my friend. Come on down, take that puck, put a little bit of tape on it, mark it. That puck is yours, my friend. I gotta say, I think the Bruins have been playing. I think Koponen has been playing fantastic this season, and I think that, and I cannot wait for him to score his first NHL goal. Place your bets, guys. Does it happen before or after Earl Vakanainen's first NHL goal? Anyway, the rest of the second period, Michael Eyssimont takes 2 more penalties for tripping Matt Grzelcyk and for interference on Connor Clifton. Eyssimont, that kid was having a bad one. Anyway, third period, puck drops, and almost immediately we get another penalty. This time it's Mario Ferrari going for elbowing AJ Greer. Look at this. Look at this. This is the first time I'm using images. I love OBS. But look at this. That is Mario Ferrari just backhanding AJ Greer in the face. That is not an elbow. That is a back fist. I'm gonna work out the kinks in this is a little bit more over the in the future, but still, I am loving using OBS right now. Anyway, on the power play, Charlie McAvoy makes a cross ice pass to Pasta. This is usually the same thing that Marchand does to Pasternak, except this time it's McAvoy. Pasta's wide ass open in his office at the face-off dot. Bruins are up 4-0, and that ends up being the last goal of the game. But that is not the last thing that happens in the game, because we still got a few more. We still got like a 10 and a half. We still got over 12 minutes to play. Particularly, Ullmark is on the ground with no skate. He with no skate. His skate blade comes off, and he's pretty much just floundering in the middle of the crease, trying to make sure, trying to get his guys to ice the puck so that there's a play stoppage. Thank you, Clifton. Thank you, Connor Clifton, for icing the puck on this. But the thing is, since they can't get on the ice and actually get his skate blade back on him while he's still on the ice, they have to pull him, which leads to one of the funniest things that I have seen in an NHL game. And this includes that time a few games ago where McAvoy pushed forward to the bench when his skate blade also messed up. So Ullmark has one good skate left, and he pretty much just pushes himself to the bench on that one skate like a crab walking sideways, and then Taylor Hall just nudges him towards the bench. This team is full of goofballs, and I love them. But this also means that that Swayman is in, and almost immediately the Sharks get a good opportunity. Matthew Nieto with an insane breakaway, with a really big breakaway off a forecheck from Alexander Barabanov, and Swayman just stones him. And Swayman is a really good goalie for the next few minutes. And eventually he comes off because Ullmark is back, because Ullmark skates are back gone. Not during play. He gets off the ice during a play stoppage. Thank you, Jeremy, for preserving the goose egg. Anyway, in the Ford F-150 Final 5, everybody's least favorite words from Jack Edwards to hear. Jack Edwards says another set of really bad things that we hate to hear. He says even though the Sharks are a top 5 team in 5-on-5 scoring, they've been snuffed out at every opportunity. And then almost immediately Noah Gregor's like, "Hey, I heard that, you jerk." And he's wide open up the slot, and turns around with the puck and pings it off the inside post, and it bounces out. And oh my God, Jack, you gotta learn to keep your mouth shut, because you almost jinxed us right there. Timo Meier goes for tripping with 2.5 left. Sharks kill it. Bruins end up winning. Fantastic game. Now again, am I gonna put too much stock in a game in a home game against a team on the second half of a back? Am I going to put too much stock in a win on a home game of a team on the second half of a back-to-back? That's a West Coast team. Not really. But when it comes to talking about standings, they don't ask how. They ask how many. So yes, 2 points is 2 points is 2 points, and the Bruins sure as hell got the 2 points tonight. Anyway, that is gonna do it for tonight. Thank you all so much for watching. Since I'm actually seeing myself in the mirror here, I think I can do it. So there's the like button, there's the subscribe button, there's the most recent video, and down there is the twitch.tv and the donation link to the Tampa Bay Thrives. I'll see you guys again on Tuesday after the Bruins Habs game. Take care.